Plan to do this. I believe this is providing public interest and really appreciate this. Next will be Sahara reporters.
Sorry.
Mr. Chairman of today's committee, public hearing, our almost former NAS leader, Bambi Okoyemi. My name is Sowore, recently released from detention. Under a local order not to leave Abuja. So I'm making a productive use of my time in Abuja to assist you today. I am one of the first persons to establish what can be called an internet news platform in Nigeria. And when we started, the first question we asked ourselves is what is falsehood? Is something false because the government doesn't like it? Or is it false because nobody wants to accept that it's true? And I give you a very simple example. In this country, there was a time the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was sick and dying. And we broke the news that he was terminally ill. It was described as false. If this bill had passed at that time, I would be sitting in jail until that president would have died, because for 5 months the man was brain dead. But nobody had the ability and the capacity to report it because it was described as false news. And that tells you that this bill is not about the protection of Nigerians, but the protector of those in power. It's as simple as ABC. Mr. Senator, I am unhappy that the senator who proposed this bill is not here while I'm speaking. I do not wish to insult him, but the man doesn't know how the internet works. Otherwise, he would have understood that if you have a VPN, something called VPN, you can mask your identity and say whatever you want to say, and nobody will find out where you are. But it's because this bill was plagiarized from Singapore, which he never denies, brought to Nigeria. In Singapore, things are working. You cannot bring something that is working from somewhere to a place where things are not working. Let me tell you, if there is any public parliament today that is regulating even the functions of this parliament, it's our people on the internet. And this bill is aimed at shutting them down. Number 3, sir, it is that government, myself, the Nigerian government, is the biggest purveyor of false news. It is categorically false for governments to be telling us that the economy is working when the economy is not working. That is false. Mr. Senator, let me finish. I have my last one. Mr. Senator, please.
Well, the civil ladies and gentlemen, like I said, they are not trying to stop you. I'm not trying to stop you, and as I'm talking, you are not on top. You are only doing 3 minutes. So your time is not on the line. But let me please emphasize, more than the people who have spoken, because the language of man is. But let me please reiterate the fact that, we need to really be mindful of, the language. It's very important. That is the only thing. And then under my watch, because we all love Nigeria. We all love Nigeria. And I don't think people outside of government can say they love Nigeria more than people in government. But it is not the government that will criticize the people. It is the people that will criticize the government. The government cannot dissolve the people. It is the people that can dissolve the government. But please let us speak to these issues. We are all trying to see. But rest assured, we are not going to rig anything. If at the end of the day it is the conclusion of this committee that the preponderance of opinion in the general public is that this bill be killed, the bill will die. You know, and the sponsor of the bill also made it clear that he was not desperate about it. You know, whatever happened, but he will continue to hold on to his own commitment. He made that very clear here. And that's the essence of the public health that we're doing. But please, let's be mindful of our language.
Thank you very much, Senator. The worst I can have is that you and I will get arrested and will sleep in jail because we are doing our jobs. Don't be afraid. You've been there before. But finally, Mr. Honorable Senator, let me say,
1 minute to go.
I was told that I still have 2 minutes anyway. My final point, which will not last up to a minute, is that in canvassing for the death of this bill, don't let us make the fundamental mistake of pointing government in the direction of other draconian laws that are outdated in our books. It is important for everybody to know that the Nigerian Constitution itself is outdated. It wasn't made by the Nigerian people. It wasn't made for the Nigerian people. We should be talking about how to fix our constitution through a referendum. Because if we had a constitution that is made for the people and by the people, there is no way, like the South Africans have after apartheid, that we will have a bill like this standing at the people's building here in Abuja. It would never have been considered. And it will mean that some of the people who have this kind of outdated ideas never have made it to even our Senate. That is the truth. The final thing I want to say is that this bill is dead. And we have to bury it. Thank you very much.
Well, that was a fatal accident. Well, at this point, sir, this is democracy in action. People must have their stake. And at the end of the day, please let me re-emphasize. There is no bill by the Senate. The Senate considers bills. It doesn't matter how wonderful or otherwise a bill is. It deserves a first reading. It deserves a second reading. And once it is referred by the appropriate committee for public hearing, it is to allow members of public have their input. And at the end of a public hearing, the committee that is serving with that responsibility will have to do a fair and objective report advising the Senate as a body on how to proceed. And that is what. So please, don't talk about the Senate or about senators as if, you know, there is already a conclusion on this matter. This is part of the process of legislation. And I'm sure the sponsor of the bill himself, who had to run to quickly do something in his office, is monitoring even this discussion. And a lot of our colleagues who are not here are monitoring on AIT. Definitely, your memoranda will receive all the attention that they deserve. Okay, we have seen you. But please, can we afford to save you brief so that, okay, thank you. Just mention your name and your organization. I'm not calling anything.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I'm here on behalf of the chairman, ICTC.
No problem.
Oh, ICTC. Yeah, please come to the podium.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I asked that CFCC also here.
Comrade, you are great story. Of course, there's nothing else I can. Thank you.
Okay. Where's my?
Quickly. We're running out of time.
Sorry, can we have a snap? Please.
Let's do it outside. Watch your back, man. Watch your back.
Watch your back.
Say that again. The only interview available is what I said inside there. So. Thank you.
Ah, Sowore.
How far, Baba?
How are you?
Very good.
Welcome. No, from the picture of Sowore. Yeah.
Are you here?
I'm here. I'm a senator.
Wow.
That's where I'm.
Who's your senator?
Senator Adelere information.
I don't know that senators because they don't speak for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Comrade. Just one.
Is that big?
Don't go outside.
Is that where much?
Let him arrest.
Where's the? Just keep working because of time.
How are you? No, bad decision.
Ìrora ṣe mọ́ wọ́n ti ṣe wà pa.
No, bad decision.
Wọ́n ṣe mí pa àwọn aráàlú ìránṣẹ́ pa. Just keep coming. Don't slow down traffic. That grass, somebody has to grab it. Is that the way out?
No, this way.
And you How are you? Ah, good to see you. Good afternoon. Yes. Well done, sir. Where's the way out? This way. Okay. Where's our car?
Fall, Gary. Bring your camera and no break, sharp. You break.
When I joined the organization, where's that been?
Back somebody.
Did he come in?
Yeah. He was in.
How we get? Do you know where he parked?
I told him immediately before me that I did.
Let's do it. Quickly.
Kini? Mo sọ fẹ́ lẹ́kùn ẹ̀. Call me. Okay, be able to get cab.
Hello. Sir, you have a camera. That one is live. So you won't be able
Why did I ask you?
I think it's easier.
So, you guys, we are going to Jabin Lake. That's our next destination. So,
Yes, sir.
I thought you wanted to.